Hello, everybody. Welcome to 222 Tidy Tuesday with me, Leela, on the Leelaverse. This is a Learn With show. And we have the pie, my creative consultant right here, waiting to receive her treats. I got some new treats from Costco. They're healthy treats. They're supposed to help her skin and bones and joints and things. Yay! So happy for healthy treats at Costco. I think they're called Pounceables or something like that. Very cool. Uh-oh. There we go. Sweet. So, I put in a post the story of why I'm doing a show on storage, which is because I have, I just had to replace my iPad, and when right? She does. That's the thing. I was afraid she wouldn't like them. Yeah, so I had to restore from my previous iPad, and it had 560 gigs, and I didn't have time to prune it before I went to the iPad store. So I just had to sit and wait like 17 hours or something like that to get my iPad to repopulate. And I thought, God, I really need to clean it for one. And then yesterday we found out that there's going to be some new exciting updates to the iOS. And that's probably going to be very resource intensive. So many, many, many reasons to check that storage and get it helped. Right on. I guess Thomas is the only person in the front row today. See a couple of other people back there, and I know there's people watching on the replay, so hello all of y'all. You get just as much show. There's your first tap for the people doing the drinking game. Meow. She really likes them. Yay. Right. So, as I said, always you guys get the same full focus and hard work, no matter whether there's one of you or 1,000,001 of you. So let's jump in. Let's go to Ilya, the real star of this show, and the pie and I will just work with that. Right on. Let's melt me into the corner. She does not like all food. She's actually rather picky. She's a funny, funny girl. So, Semtex cow, moo. I figured you would be in for this. So, let me introduce this subject. That's 2 pats. Nope, you can still eat them. So, so the first place you start is Apple's official support. Space Leela. Eee. So, by the way, hi Thomas, hi Semtex Cow, and anyone else who's watching, and Jaden. You'll notice that Thomas has got great links in the chat. I think, or am I not? Let's double check. Yay! Right up in the corner, way up in the upper corner is how you can get in touch with me in any other way. It's all my socials, all my pay links, everything. So you don't need to worry about any of that. All right, back to work. So Apple's iPad storage management guide, I have pinned at the top of this chat, so you can go there. It'll explain how to check what's taking up space. It lists how to delete apps, manage media, offload unused apps, and more. And it covers your iCloud options and recommendations. Gotcha. So that's pretty cool. How did I, where, getting lost. Okay. Then, okay, so first thing we do is, as you can see, we're here in settings, and I've got general. Let's turn on my mouse. Oop, there we go. So general. And iPad storage. Tap. Whoa, 719.33 gigs of 1 terabyte used. That's even worse than, it's 200 more gigs than it was before. How? Oh, good Lord. So your system data is a huge thing. And other, that's your cache. So you've got hidden apps. I don't know. I don't think I have any. So your iPad OS is taking up 18.25 gigs. Your system data is taking up 4.03 gigs. This is caches, things that it's currently in use. Yes, I do. 1 terabyte I have. But look how much of it's full. Right in here, there's already some ideas, like you can see, review large attachments, save up to 21.81 gigs, see photos, videos, and attachments taking up storage and messages, and consider deleting them. Like this. Oops. So all you do is you swipe left and you can delete it. This is 1.25 gigs. Now I still need that unless I've saved it somewhere else.
Turtles. Oh my God, look at all the turtles.
Oh my God, look at all the turtles. So the exact same thing can happen on your iPhone. As a matter of fact, I can show you on the iPhone if we have time at the end. All right. So deleting apps you no longer use. Jim Shannon, welcome. Well, absolutely. One can put them on a flash drive. In fact, I'm trying to find one here right now. Oh. Here's a drive. But it seems to... So that's one little tool you can use is to let's see if we can get this to work. Right on. So you can see there's all these, and it lists them from the largest to the smallest. So I mean, you got things that are like 2022. If you if you want to make them, you can get rid of a bunch of them by clicking edit, and then you can just go tick, 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 click, 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 and then it'll give you the option to delete right up here. Let's not do that. So right under here, you can see what's using up. So one of the things I might be able to do is to save all my LumaFusion projects to a hard drive, and then delete LumaFusion and reinstall it. Because if you don't delete LumaFusion and reinstall it, it'll just restore all of your files. It'll leave all the files in there. You have to physically delete them. So this on my iPad storage, I have 105 gigs of storage on there. Let's just take a look. A lot of these are okay. This is a movie. So this detuned. This is a movie I can get rid of because it's already been. Whoop! There goes 3.49 gigs back. And so if I have all these masters, you can see Cineplux. That is going to, maybe I can move Cineplux. Okay, let's open up. We're going to go on my iPad, and then we will, let's go in here because Cineplux can go into, yes, here we go. It goes into samples, which is on the cloud. Now it's no longer on the iPad. Let's check back in with our storage. 7 and 18. We've just gotten rid of I think we got rid of something like 20 gigs. Pretty cool. Let's go back to on my iPad and see if there's any other crazy stuff on here to get rid of. Oy, 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 oy. Most of this is not very big. This is just a bunch of tiny stuff. It's now all you really have on here is megabytes. So let's not worry about that. Okay, Soundbox has got 65 gigs of stuff. This is one of those things where if you could offload them onto a side thing, yeah, everything kept coming back from iCloud. This is the thing that happens for sure. All right, so there's two ways to get rid of apps that you don't want to have on your files. You can offload the app, which keeps your documents and data in the cloud, or you can completely delete it. Just completely delete it. So let's do both of these things. Let's just find something we don't want to use. Say I don't want to use Zoom on this device. So, whoops. So, remove app. So we'll tap remove app. So what I did is I long pressed this. I think you could also right click. We'll try that next. So if I say remove app, so remove from home screen will keep the app in your library. Delete app. Deleting this app will also delete its data, but any documents or data stored in iCloud will not be deleted. So see, no problem. You tried to delete everything and you still have 32.15. That's exactly the same problem that the cow had. Right. So let me show you. I'm going to quickly hop myself back to full screen for a second, and I'm going to show you something. that helps you get more things attached to your iPad. Here we go. I recommend this brand, Sabrent, Sabrent. As you can see, there are little, right here, there's little things that you can plug in micro SDs and regular SDs. This is right here. And then here you have two USBs in. And on the other side, you have an HDMI, which what's coming out, HDMI coming out to my Mac is exactly how you are seeing my iPad. And then there's two more USBs. So, and there's a power pass through. That's what this little USB-C or is for, a power pass through. Good days, Granny. I've had adapters. I've had this forever. So this is just a second one. And it turned out I didn't need this one. It's what was wrong was my whole iPad was dead, but I decided to keep it. So this is a hub, a USB-C hub that definitely works with an iPad. Sabrent, Sabrent. Perfect. All right, let's get back to work, removing things from this iPad. So Reddit. Am I going to use Reddit? This livestream.com. Now I feel like I don't know. Hey, MJ, driven to right. Good to see you. I think I use all of these. So let's find something to remove. Let's see, books, Canopy, Kobo. You can see how much stuff I've got here. File sharing, Dropbox and Drive. Music, Axon 3, Arguments, Aries, Elastic Melody. Oh my God, just so many things I may never ever use. See, photo and video. All right, here's some good stuff to get rid of. This photo collage app. Remove app. Delete app. Delete photo collage. I'm not using Final Cut Pro anymore. So let's open up Final Cut Pro. And see if we can just delete these things, or... Well, that's pretty cool. And since I can't use this, there's no reason I shouldn't delete it. It's been saved. Okay. This has been saved. Ooh, troubled times. Let's see if we can... See if we can export this. Oh, yay, it's letting me export. That's good. Maybe I forgot to unsubscribe to Final Cut Pro. That takes a minute. Ooh, you know what we should do? should listen to some music. I should listen to some music. To some music. I'll drink my iced tea. Yeah, we won't do any more of this. That just takes up too much time. So did everybody see my guitar that I got from a garage sale? $3 guitar, you guys. It's a Crescent. It's handmade. So what I'm gonna do is the decor is like all torn off and stuff. So I'm going to actually paint it. I'm gonna paint it and make it into an art piece, and also try working on it to make sure that to see if I can work on guitars. And then if I can't get it to work, or if I totally wreck it by screwing it up with the tools, then it'll be a beautiful art piece anyway. For all we know, it could be completely ruined anyway, and that's why it was $3. Hi, Omni. How do you paint a guitar without painting the strings? You use a paintbrush, my friend. You don't have to use spray paint. Yeah, and besides, the strings are going to be off. So let's save that video. Perfect. So let's get rid of that. Delete. I can delete this. Delete. I can delete that. These are all things I've got. All these, they're finished videos. I don't think I'm gonna really need to redo them, right? See this one, Art Therapy Vegas? This is the one that's probably the most that I'd like to be able to do something with. Let's see what I've done to it. It seems that I can. Hey, Many Vibes, what's up? I hope you had a soft landing, my dear. Cheers from my cup of iced tea. You can make your own arts and crafts and sell them on your merch. Definitely. One of the biggest projects I have going on this while the weather is warm is getting my physical art studio ready. I need to move this studio out. So Art Therapy Vegas. So my gosh, do I just go ahead and delete it? Sure, let's delete it. Let's live dangerously. Art and Chill Trippy. This is really small. Maybe we can just make sure that we have this export. It should just export really fast. Nah, that's taking forever. Haha. Let's see what it does. Oh yeah, this is on my channel. Get rid of it. Anyway, you guys get the picture. I've got gigs and gigs and gigs of stuff on here. I don't think we could get around to completely deleting it. But now let's go back and let's check this. 7:15. Why don't we have anything up? So here's one of the biggest things you could ever find out is right in here in your files. There are recently deleted. Recently deleted is why you have a crap ton of extra stuff. Look at all that stuff. There's 9 items. There's at least 10 gigs in here. So let's select all, and delete them immediately. Delete. Bye-bye. Now let's go back and check. How do you check your files? How do you check? So what I'm talking about is checking your iPad storage. Why at C716? Now there's more. Now, see? Offload unused apps. We don't want to do that. Uh-oh. So we've got Chromatica Final Cut Pro still has 38 gigs in it. Pure Synth. I haven't used Pure Synth forever. Let's open up Pure Synth and find out what's in it. Oh, hang on a second. I wanted to help out Jaden for a second. So what we did, go into Settings and then roll from the top down to General. So you see General, and then you go down in General to iPad Storage. And they're up 711.59 gigs. We've gotten rid of a whole bunch of stuff already. We've probably gotten rid of 25 gigs of stuff. Yay. And look, I still have 711 left. What is wrong with me? I know. Anyway. Whoops. Settings. Files. All right, we're at files. We've gotten rid of our recently deleted. So see here, we've got this assets. Assets is now where we can move new stuff in. This is that drive I plugged in earlier. Nice, right? Let's move some of these huge files over. So what you do here is I'm going to go split view. And then I'm going to add another. So see, now we've got 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our files over here. We're going to go to on my iPad. And look at this. I've got, actually we can delete, let's delete all this affinity stuff. First let's go in and see if deleting, let's go to affinity. I'm not using those. See if we can delete them from here. Delete app, delete. Delete app, delete app. I don't use those because they require subscription, so I don't need it. So let's go back to files. Now see, look, those are disappeared. No, that's not free. That's how much storage I've got used. So right now it's let's see. But once again, general iPad storage. I'm at 705.7 gigs of 1 terabyte used. I have 295.42 gigs remaining. Back to storage. So that's a good way to look for things. Here's some presets. Let's see if these cast by slush. I bet you this is the same thing. Let's see. Yep. So we can delete this. Then we can delete that. Chill zone cancer. I can get rid of this. Cord AI, I use that all the time. Cosmic Barber is already in. This is in so many other places. I have like 3 copies of that. Cubasis 3. Now I don't use Cubasis 3 very much. I wonder how full that is. So you either long press or right click and then you go get info. So the info is 19.62 items on gigs of stuff on Cubasis. Let's go back to home. Let's look for Cubasis. And if we delete the app, deleting this app will also delete its data. So we don't necessarily want to do that yet. So here's one you'll have to clean out. Let's open up notes. And let's open something and we'll be like storage cleaning. To do. So clear, so I said Final Cut Pro, clear Cubasis. So after I'm done clearing them, then I can delete them. Right? But somehow, right? I too, I get it. So back to files. What is this Dawn beat? And how many things does it take up? Divixor, Drambo, drum computer, all this stuff just stays on. Fieldscaper, Fluss. Here I've probably got some stuff in my, this is Find What Feels Good Yoga. This is stems from that Get It While You Can thing that I'm working on with Q. All right. So you can kind of see where we're going with this. Hey, Chad Freeman, what's up? Okay, so there's clearing caches. How do I clear a cache? How do I clear caches? Let's look up that. Okay. Let's just go whoop. Settings. All right. So first, let's do this. Clearing cache for Safari. Open up settings. Scroll down and tap Safari. Tap clear history and website data. All right, let's go do that. Scroll down. Where's Safari? Let's just type it. Search default. I don't see how to. Oh, here we go. History. Look at how all this stuff is. There's all these things. Finally, you get to clear history and website data. That's going to be a pain. Yes, settings Safari. Hey, Hugh. Meow. All right. Next. Clearing app data, general, iPad storage, messages and mail. Okay, so here's how you go. If you want to get rid of all the endless stuff for messages and mail, so you open the settings app, you tap on general, you tap on iPad storage, you find messages and mail, you tap on the app you want to clear data for, you get delete the app, and then you reinstall the app to reset its data. That works for mail and messages. Also, delete the App Store retained data and the Apple AI cache fills up even when it's not enabled on iPad. Interesting, Semtex. Hey, Lena, Leany, Criminalini. So, let's go back to files. Oh, here we go. Here's a big one. Check your unused photos and videos. Well, it's like you can optimize iPad storage in settings photos. Let's check that. See, optimize. I don't understand why. I can't There we go. Ooh, here we go. Optimize. See, optimize storage music, optimize storage photos, optimize storage app news. Let's go here. Sure. Optimize storage photos. I already have that. Optimize storage news. Ooh, automatic downloads. Don't allow them. Optimize storage. So there we go. We don't allow automatic downloads anymore. I wonder how we get rid of no one wants to keep all the videos they've sent to each other in messages or audio clips, so you can just delete all of that. Pretty much, yes. Exported projects, you can clear the downloaded content from Safari, and if you have Netflix and Spotify. Let's go to Settings, Apple ID, iCloud Manage Storage. Whoops. Apple ID. Just look at it. Where even is that? La la la. iCloud, where's iCloud? There it is, iCloud. Oh, Jesus, I have my storage almost filled. This is scary. 72 gigs on Drive. Oh, Lordy. 29.8 gigs of messages? This is bad. Where's managed storage? Let's see, iCloud Drive is only 4%, 24 backups is 58%. So that tells me that once I don't have so much. See, look at all this stuff. All this stuff is in here. Crazy. Change storage plans, backups. Let's check these backups. So we can get rid of Isla because Isla is gone. Bye-bye. That's 560 gigs out of my iCloud storage. Boom. Now I'm only using up 632 gigs. Nice, guys. Well, that's pretty awesome. Irie doesn't need to be backed up either, so there we go. Irie is gone. Cow iPad tip. If Apple is taking up a shed load in system data, the only way to clear it is to wipe all of your cloud clean, then do a backup, then a full back to factory wipe. Took me 3 months to suss. Yeah, I hear that. So listen to that. Storage unlocked. Yeah, rest in peace, Isla. She sleeps with the fishes. Puts on a black armband. Right? Totally. That's hilarious. So that's pretty helpful. So now I've got tons and tons of space in my iCloud backup. So let's go back to general storage and see how we still have 705 gigs. Let's see if we've got anything else important to check off our checklist before we just simply spend the rest of the time deleting apps. Oh, right. So if the last step will be, when we're all done, is to restart the iPad. It's optional but helpful, doing a hard reboot, which is volume up, volume down, and hold down the power button until it reboots. That is a hard reboot, and it frees up your temporary memory, and it resets your system storage bloat. It works all the time. Yeah, let's get myself below. Let's move in there. Let's keep looking on. Let's see if we can find stuff to get rid of. Ooh, repractice 1 on my iPad. Let's move this to assets. Music stuff. Is it music stuff? Here we go. So all I'm doing is I just dragged it over. Now it's on my hard drive. So now we just come back over here. We tap this, delete. Bye-bye. And of course we're going to have to go. Here we go, separate audio tracks. This is that stuff this is the practice session with me and my, one of my old guitar players. There we go. So done. 77 Megs, that's not terrible to get rid of. Delete. This Mad Max Headroom. This is this can actually probably be deleted. Nope, actually, you know what? Let's put this on. This is something that what's his face Gortium made for me for our Mad Max Headroom. So let's go footage, paid footage, stock footage, my footage, homemade footage. We'll put that in homemade footage. It was homemade by Gortium. There we go. Mad Max Headroom. Like Mad Max and Max Headroom. Let the purge commence. Hey, Stephen Ewart. All right. There we go. So what I'm doing, what I just did is I'm right there on Mad Max Headroom. I click, I go down, I clear down, and it's deleted. Boom. So we don't even need to worry about. So my idea 48 and my idea 53, let's put that in music stuff. Those are bits from my old keyboard player, who, by the way, my old keyboard player just won his band that he works with all the time has just won like a blues award, Washington Blues Association. Pretty cool. Curtis Moore, Midnight Moore. Congratulations. End track, a one note. None of these are very large. Play beat 3, play beat 4, presets various. We can get rid of the zip because that's that. Procreate Dreams, Relic Wave, Reslice. These are probably a bunch of screenshots. Maybe we'll look at them. Pretty sure I already used that. Say goodbye. Sly Stone died yesterday. Rest in peace, Sly. I don't know what this is, but it's kind of cool. Let's put this in music stuff. Delete. These are cool. What the heck? Whoops. Let's not delete. Whoops. So how you have to kind of grab it and then drag it. Whoops, it's still not working. There we go. So you'll see a plus. Let's open this one. Whoops. I don't know either. Oh, I've already got that. That's the thing that Robbie sent me. Sample crate. This is really cool. So at this rate, there's not very much left there. So we've got that. All right. How do we find... Let's go back to these. Review large attachments. So where do we find the attachments in here? So I'd like to take some of these. Oh, I know what we can do. So let's go, we open it, Then we share sheet. Then we copy. Then we go back to files and assets, and we'll be that this is homemade footage, and paste. Damn, look at that. So that, see that? I just pasted this into, it's taking a second because it's long. It's a big file. I really want to get under. Come on, get in there. I've only got like 10 minutes before Jade. By the way, what's Jade doing today? She is doing, let's see, it's on here. Rob Jackson's Analogy GR. It's one of those cool Rob Jackson apps. So many cool apps that he's done. Oh, there we go. One gig 25. So yeah, right. Let's go back to settings, to this review large attachments, and delete. I actually need that one, so now we go back in. So first, the next thing we need to do is come back over to this and go to browse and go back to recently deleted. And we have to delete all of this. Select all, delete, delete. Right, now when we go back to settings, iPad storage. What? It's only 703.54. You know what? I know this is crazy. Hey, MC, I like it dark. Nice to see you. I am actually going to reboot this right in front of you. So what I did was I hit the power up. I mean the volume up, then the volume down. And now I'm holding the power button. As you can see, you see nothing. And now I can see my, I just let go because I can see my Apple. Hey, Cubes, what's up? You can't see it. You can't see it. I know. But I had over 730. Now let's get in there. General storage. Whoops. General storage. 704. It goes back. Nope, 703.91. Let's see if we can get rid of something else. I'm going to get rid of 38 gigs off of Final Cut Pro. That's going to help. There's in Pure Synth. Let's check out Pure Synth because I never use Pure Synth. Let's open this bitch. So I should have a whole ton of things in here. So here's all of our presets. Pure Synth Platinum, Pure Synth 8-bit, Basilicious, EDM leads. I don't know which ones I have. TGX 99. Maybe let's see, it doesn't even say that I can use all this stuff. I feel like what I need to do is, so I can't really remove this. I know I've only got 6 minutes, so I'm trying to find something I can get rid of real quick to get me under. Oh right, so Pure Synth. Let's put in my notes. move pure synth off of, whoops. Move pure synth files to external. I hardly ever use it. I'll keep it just in case, but that's what we'll do. Let's see. Come on, we can do this. Video Leap, Loop Mix, Launchpad. Can't get rid of that. Decent Sampler. Don't want to get rid of that. Let's just keep going and look for some stuff to delete. PowerPoint. I don't need PowerPoint on here. Bye-bye. Let's see. I don't need this app on here because I use it on my phone. This Matrix free. I bought the upgrade version, so we can delete the free one. Man, I really want to get rid of some. Oh, let's get rid of Peacock. Like video stuff is probably one of the biggest things I can get rid of. Entertainment. Yeah, let's get rid of Max. Whoops. I'll go back. Maybe it's HBO Max. Here we go. App. Delete app. All right. It's time to go roll us over to Jade's. So let's double check our storage. Nope, we didn't make it. Anyway, we did get rid of hey Gary, what's up? Jade stars next with Analogy GR. Analogy GR by Rob Jackson. Super cool. Let me say goodbye to you with my awesome face. Hopefully today you have learned something about how to get your iPad cleaned off. I showed you several different ways. I showed you ways to clean it from the settings app, ways to clean it from your home screen, just deleting apps, ways to clean it by removing things to a side drive. All of these things, hopefully you can make room to create. Sweet. Hey Falcro, thanks for lurking, sweetie. And as always, by the way, so I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to be playing acoustic guitar and singing. I've got my exciting new tone that Jade sent me. And then Friday night, I end the Electric Kool-Aid Acid Bus of Entertainment with Midnight Chill. All right, let's head over to Jade's. As always, biggest love and all the peace that you can carry, baby. Meow.